My name is Vikram Bala Krishna. I am from Atos. I work as the CTO for India and Philippines. And in my role, I also head the transformation initiatives across the organization. A lot of it being focused on working with ecosystems, which includes academia, startups, partners, and industry bodies, as well as we work on a number of initiatives which are aimed at AI-led transformation, both for the organization as within ourselves and to deliver similar value to our clients. I think today, just like any other industry or anything what is happening in the world, data is critical. I mean, everything revolves around that. We ought to harness the potential of the volumes of data which we have gathered over the number of years. But the most critical thing I feel is about, the need for data storytelling. There is nothing which can come out of data unless the right insights are drawn and the right interpretations are done of those insights. So that is what I think we are aiming to do in every aspect. We have several business lines across the organization, and in each business line, even though we have a separate dedicated data and business and AI business line, for the remaining as well, it is about how do we leverage and maximize the potential of data. See, today, most industries or any company for that matter is a tech company, and at the core of today's technology is AI, and underneath that leverage of machine learning, and particularly so from the emergence of generative AI. So every business today is looking to harness and maximize the potential of that, be it in finance, be it in manufacturing, be it in retail, or even public sector and defense. That is just a subset of the number of industries, right, which are maximizing the potential. But I think data and AI will play a very critical role, and AI is being applied within and for the end user problems as well. But it has to be tread with lot of caution, and there has to be a lot of balance between the ethical usage of AI and its use for economic benefits and for scale as well. In terms of the initiative done by our organization, we pan across different industries and have great examples. But one thing I would like to call upon is what we do with major sporting events across the world, right? We have been partners with Olympics for a number of years until the last recently completed Olympics, Paris Olympics. And also, we have been partnering with UEFA and other sporting events where we provide real-time operational support for the technology, and also a lot of support towards cyber intelligence. Right? If you look at some of the recent sporting events, we had to thwart I think hundreds and thousands of imminent threats which otherwise would have not let the viewers get a real-time position of what's happening in the sport, or even for the various media bodies and analysts and others to get the right information at the right time, and also to ensure the successful execution of such events itself. So we developed certain intellectual property within our own firm. Lot of research and development went in, and we did come up with some frameworks, and also software based product which was leveraged very effectively, and at the background of it was leverage of strong AI based algorithms. which only, helped us prevent those kind of threats. So, see, in terms of what we want to do as an industry and academia collaboration, it is much more than what used to be a mere hiring, which was a trend of the past. Now we see that colleges like SRM, or the big universities rather, like SRM, where you have so many disciplines within the School of Computing itself, and particularly so the variants around the niche depths within data, AI, machine learning, deep learning, and all the related topics offer us such inspiration for us to draw from the students' minds as to what holds for the future. If you look at the industry, it has evolved over a period of time, and our projects are very traditional in nature because of the contracts which have been done. But then our client landscapes are changing, which demands newer skills, new age, thinking, and a fresh perspective on everything, which is where I think the students can add value. We will be in a position to just blend them into the industry seamlessly once they come in with the right set of skills, which maybe our own employees may not be so proficient in. So I think what you asked about the kind of skills which they should come in with, I think one of the key thing is critical systems thinking, how you need to work across multidisciplines and be able to understand and appreciate the connection between the various topics and attach them towards giving a fruitful solution. Then the second thing is AI fluency. There should not be much time required to be spent on training and developing new models and code. It's about how you harness the potential and just guide it like a driver or a pilot. So that is the secondary. And the third one is I think about data storytelling, which I already mentioned. You need to be able to draw narratives from every data point. And the fourth area, which I believe is critical, is ethical intelligence. I think that's going to be of real signification in the coming years, because we're already seeing the misuse of AI and its power. So it has to be done with a sense of caution, and guardrails have to be and put across all of these things. And finally, I think, needless to say, it's the attitude of adaptability and lifelong learning, right? That is what every student ought to be committed to, and not just student, it is for all of us. And that is how this symbiotic relationship between industry and academia can foster as well. This thinking is what led us to coming and partnering with SRM on this wonderful conference, which was sponsored by IEEE, as the key technical sponsors. And we wanted to, lend our support from an industry standpoint, and also share, what we bring to the table, and also go back with a lot of learning from the amazing bright minds and luminaries who have traveled all across the world to, deliver sessions and interact with the delegates and students.